Hello everyone, I hope you were having a lovely day. Welcome back to my series Finish This With Me, where I start a picture offline and then bring it to the internet to finish everything up. This picture, I'm really excited to finish this picture and have you guys come along. This is, if you are not a Pokemon fan, I'll just let you know now, this is Pokemon. And for, fellow fans out there, don't worry if they look really sketchy and derpy right now. It's this is really my sketch, and I haven't. This isn't all I have so far. I've just hidden a lot of the layers, so it's just down to the bare minimum. But pretty much what this picture for today we have is another theme drawing that I took on for the 100 theme challenge on DeviantArt. And for the first 30, I combined them with the Pokemon challenge, which was like a 30-day challenge, but Pokemon themed. And I thought it'd be fun to combine them both. And it gave me some interesting results. So this is theme number 8. And the original theme for the 100 theme challenge was rain. And then the Pokemon prompt was most amusing Pokemon. And I grew up playing a lot of Pokemon XD on the GameCube, and one of my favorite characters in the Pokemon Coliseum XD games was Mirror B, who is basically an antagonist, and he has a bunch of Ludicolo in his party because, like, his thing is dancing. And it cracks me up because he just, this guy, he's very gaudy, I would say, in his character design. I may put up a picture or show a link in the description because it just is ridiculous. But yeah, so Ludicolo really was a bit irritating at times too in battle, but there's also I think it was a short for one of the movies where Ludicolo starts dancing a bunch, and I don't know, he's just really fun and happy-go-lucky. And I had this idea with Rain was maybe there's a forest where some of the Pokemon get together and they have their own little show, and Ludicolo gets up on stage and starts performing the move Rain Dance. Just pretty much it calls upon rain. And some of the Pokemon in this picture are not good for rain, or rain is not their best friend. So, and just in general too, when it starts raining, people scatter, or just in general. So I thought, you know what? I thought that'd be I thought it was hilarious when I was thinking about it. I've actually been working on this picture for about a year since I actually started this in 2015. But it's, again, this is why one of the, why I decided to make the series, because I had no idea it would come to this point. But yeah, just a couple of things I want to talk to you about. This was my sketch layer. This is supposed to be a Diglett, Geodude, Illumise, got a Ludicolo, a Bwizzle, and a Charmander. And Charmander has this little flame, and if it goes out, he pretty much he's done for. It's sad. But yeah, so this Bwizzle is a water type, so he doesn't mind the rain too much, but he still wants to protect the poor Charizard or Charmander, because gotta take care of the little guy. And yeah, so far I've done a background. Here we go. It's not finished, of course. I mean, one of the things I've had to learn recently how to render is dirt. And of course my cat wants to add her commentary too. Hang on, kitty. But yeah, I'm still trying to get the hang of rendering dirt. It's kind of, I don't know, it still looks kind of weird to me. But I also managed to color in. At this point, I'm still I've blocked in the colors for most of the background Pokemon, like Geodude and Diglett. They're pretty rough, and same with Blizzle and Charmander. But if I take away the sketch layer I did, I have done quite a bit for Shinx and Ludicolo. I've still got a little more rendering to do for Ludicolo, and I need to finish the irises for Shinx, but Shinx is pretty much, I'd say, aside from a few tweaks in maybe color and maybe some overlays, I'll probably, yeah, probably finished with that. But I'm not really going to mess with any layer effects until after everything's colored in. But yeah, just here, I'll zoom in a little bit to get so you can get a closer look. He's got little dirt on his paws. He's so cute. I've never really done fur like this before either. That was a lot of fun, but my gosh, fur takes a long time to render. But yeah, this is what I've got so far. I'm gonna try and finish that up, get the rain going, probably definitely gonna refine the background, and yeah, I think we're gonna switch over to time lapse and I will talk to you in a moment. Yeah, with this picture I tried to mostly paint and block the colors in and then just clean things up a little and shade, but I do go back, you will see soon enough, I will go back and sketch Ludicolo's feet and the Whizzle and Charmander. So in this picture, I was more focused on just trying to paint. So for these videos, I'm still trying to feel my way around what exactly I'm going to do. I was thinking about doing topic videos, but I don't know, because I was going to do them as a separate video type of series. But then I realized, well, or just the piece that I am working on for this series, I don't think it would really encourage people to work on stuff because it's still, as I'm explaining things, you want to look at the video as it's going. And the main point of this challenge is, or this series, excuse me, is not that I just want to finish it, but I also want to encourage you guys to finish something on your own that maybe you've been putting off, or that you just want something playing in the background while you work on something. So yeah. I think this is gonna end up being quite a long video because, again, I'm very slow and these take a long time to make. So I'll try and get into something kind of short-ish. The problem is with these topics is there's so much nuance to it that I can't fully explain in just one video, but I guess in that case, if you have questions or if there is something that maybe I need to elaborate upon, then feel free to comment down below. Because today, some of these topics will just be random thoughts I had that just seem like, you know what? Let's talk about it. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about discouraging ideas. Now, what does that mean? Well, I'm not going to tackle the whole art block. That will be another video, and heck, it may even be its own series because there is so much in there to talk about. But this is just one small aspect that I've kind of noticed with art block is that people say they don't have any ideas. Some people define art block as not having any ideas. And this is just going to be based purely on my experience. I can say I've had art block in different degrees. I didn't call it art block at the time. I just more called it like, okay, well, I guess maybe I just need to take a break. So, again, a whole other topic, just defining art block. But some people in this video specifically, I am basing this off of what people say when they say they have art block because they don't have any ideas of what to draw. In my experience, when this happens to me, it's usually because I actually had ideas, but I didn't think they were good enough. That's That's a really weird way of thinking about it, but let me, let me get into it a bit more detail. Usually when you're given a task and you need to come up with an idea for something, a lot of times people will think they have to come up with this almost grandiose, utterly original, masterfully symbolic, and in-depth idea. It has to be the best, or it has to be perfect. And a lot of the time what we end up doing is we do think of a couple things, but then instantly it's like, no, that's not a good idea. Let's think of something else. Or no, that won't work. When in the reality is it could have worked. There are some ideas out there, believe it or not. I'll give you one example, that there are some ideas that are just ridiculous, but they work. Angry Birds. You fling birds at pigs. That literally is the premise of the game. And look where it got so popular. It had its own movie. There's so much more. I don't think people, when they created, the creators, when they had that idea, I don't think they thought of throwing birds at pigs as, oh my gosh, that's the best idea ever. And who knows, maybe they did, but it's one of those ideas where it may not necessarily be perfect, or it may not, it doesn't sound like something that you probably would want to do, but just try it, because after a while, when you keep dismissing the ideas you have, you start to run out of ideas. And then this is where I'm like, oh crud, I have no idea what I want to do. And I can actually attribute this to a psychological term, which is learned helplessness. It's going to get a bit sad, but I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, so we've talked about this a few times in my health psychology course and abnormal psychology. But basically, in a study, they had some puppies swimming in a pool. They would have a puppy, they'd put a puppy in the water, it'd start swimming, doing the cute doggy paddle. But then they would add weight to it. And so the puppy would start to struggle a bit. They kept adding weight, kept adding weight, kept adding weight. And they would continuously do this until the puppy would would start sinking. And they would keep doing it again and again and again, of course, not letting the puppy drown, of course, but after a while, they removed the weights, and even after that, the puppy didn't even bother to paddle anymore. It would just sink, it would start to sink. So when you keep discouraging ideas, you are in a sense like that puppy. You don't think about it like that, and it's really morbid, but it's just one of those things that I've experienced when it comes to figuring out what on earth I'm going to do. Because last year, I had to make a lot of decisions that I would not have made if I had more time to dismiss the ideas. I would just, the first idea I thought of, bam, go with it. And after a while of doing that, I started realizing I had a ton of ideas, so many ideas. And as I learned and experienced new experiences, those ideas just kept growing and flourishing. And it's really crazy when you think about it like that, but I don't know, it's just an idea. And if you come to realize that maybe that's one reason why you don't have any ideas, then try to do something that, the first idea that comes to your head, go with it and force yourself to think about it. Even if it sounds like the dumbest idea in the history of ideas, just do it. You never know. You never know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and listening to Bit of Digression. This video is a bit long. I do apologize. I'm hoping to make things a little more concise in the beginning so then I can spend more time talking about the topic itself. But thanks again, and here's the finished product. Until next time.